One trade can change everything.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's market update. Before we get started, I want to thank our partners, BitGet. Sign up with our link and you'll get 20% off of trading fees for life. Such a great way to save while trading. So we'll go ahead and dive in. I've been talking a lot about this higher time frame analysis, and I just want to emphasize a couple things. You know, if we go ahead and look back on bear market Novembers here, right, in times that we could see some tops, November has been can be a very bearish month for BTC, and typically followed by actually a bullish October as well, right? So I'll share with you my plan and the reason why I'm sticking to it. We're looking at a weekly time frame right now. We have this really nice channel, and I just want to point out, right, support, flip to resistance, both the trend line and the channel here. And now we're deviating back into the channel, but hitting the trend line resistance. Now here's why this is such a key setup. And I talked about this in a YouTube video last June, okay? So months and months ago. This is such a great opportunity for a deviation trade. Now, price is deviating back into the sideways channel. People are getting super bullish because you can see just how key this 31.5K level is, right? Rejected from multiple times. It's just been such a contended area where if price holds, it has potential to, you know, basically get a move up to the midline or rotate back to the top of the range. But if it's lost, you know, then we're going to be looking at some lower targets here. So ultimately, I see this potential deviation, and I really like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up some of our other key levels here that I just want to share with you guys today. So just keep in mind, right, we have this trend line, and it's an area for a deviation that I'm looking for. Well, look at the value area going back to the March low of 2020 here. The value area high is exactly where price rejected from, virtually to the dollar, here on the Binance chart. Where price found support virtually to the dollar was the value area low. Where price bounced here at the point of control. So we can see this is a really key volume profile here that should very much not be taken lightly. So to like have all of those forms of resistance here right at this key spot that everybody's insanely bullish at, again, the deviation play just sounds really nice. So we'll go down to a lower time frame. I just want to share a couple things with you guys and kind of talk about this, looking at some lower time frame stuff. Oops. One thing that I pointed out in the group, there's a couple things that I said would trigger a short trade for me. Let me see if I can just find it here. Yep, Monday's high. So there's a couple things that I said in the group that would trigger short for me. And I'll go ahead and share those things here. If we just go ahead and pull this up, you can see that like I wanted to have a sweep of Monday high, see the rejection, get the sweep, take the short, look lower, or otherwise a sweep of the previous week high, which is also October's high, okay, so the previous month high. So if we just go ahead and kind of take a look at that here, we got the sweep. If we go down to an hourly time frame, we got the sweep of Monday high. I did go ahead and take the short. I wound up closing it here because I didn't like the fact that we didn't have immediate continuation. And then at that point, I posted in the Discord and I said, you know, listen, I ideally, the ideal scenario is that right, we close October month, and then right away in November we take out the high, sweep the previous month high, and then it's for the most part down only for November, right? And I'm not like talking aggressively like bearish, all right? Like I think the low is in. I just mean that, you know, we're not going to be pumping any higher and going off to these crazy targets that people have set out for us. So what ended up happening is we did get this really nice deviation then of the previous month high right away. Like within the first 2 days of November, we got that deviation. Really nice rejection. We did not spend a whole lot of time up there, which is exactly what you want to see. And now, you know, at this point, BTC is contending to hold, you know, this Monday high here, which, by the way, if we go ahead and do our fixed range volume pull of this level here, we can see it's also contending with the value area high here. You know, seeing if, you know, whether or not it's going to, seeing whether or not it's going to hold the level of support or if we're going to lose it and make our way down towards the lows here. Okay, so If we go ahead and just zoom out a little bit, I just want to show you guys a couple different things. If price does gain acceptance back into this higher time frame channel, where is the next logical place for it to go is back to the midline, which is also this untapped monthly at about 45K. Okay, so that would be your first stop, and then of course your stop after that would be at to range high, which is another untapped monthly at about 61K. So just to be abundantly clear, I'm on board for it. If we continue to hold these levels, if we reclaim the previous month high, which is a really, really crucial level for me, if we were to reclaim that level, then yeah, for sure, if we can claim and hold this level, then yeah, I think that like the next reasonable, most logical level would be around that 48K zone, right at the midline of our sideways channel here. Now, on the other hand, because we did get that sweep, like I said, right on November open, and we did see a really nice rejection, a really nice deviation, and it looks like we're going to close this daily below there. As long as price remains below here, there's no reason in my mind that we wouldn't, at the very least, come down to this level or retest this zone here, which is also has the previous month low is right around in this zone as well. So like this for me would be my kind of like my next key logical back test zone that I would be looking for. So again, where's my invalidation? Reclaim the previous month high with let's say like a daily closure and like some degree of like a setup here where we could see some continuation in buying power, increase in open interest, increase in volume, then absolutely full send it. We're going to continue higher. Otherwise, if we continue to reject from the previous month high and are unable to reclaim it, it only makes sense to me that we would go back down to this level here, which was, this was a monthly that if we just go into a monthly time frame, I'll go ahead and show you guys. We instead of like testing this level, we just went straight through it. And typically, like from my experience, anytime that we just like go straight through a level like that instead of testing it, price does really like to come and back test it just to like kind of give some validation to that level having been there. So yeah, I would definitely, if we do continue to like fail to reclaim this level, I'm definitely going to be looking into this zone. And this is where, if we do get back to this area, I'm definitely going to be looking for some longs for some kind of a bounce. And then really this is the key spot. I don't really want to do, too much analysis, ahead of that until we kind of get to that zone and we can talk a little bit more about it. But like in terms of liquidity, these are the two hotspots in liquidity right now. If you go ahead and open up like your high block chart, you'll see that there's a massive part of liquidity at about 27.5, which is also the point of control of this range. And we also have a monthly naked point of control there that could act as a really, really nice area of support. You can see that a lot of these levels just really coincide very, very nicely with this volume profile here of this previous range that we traded in for quite some time. So yeah, if price does come down in here, definitely going to want to see it find support and look for some degree of continuation to the upside at that point. If it does fail to hold, then 100% 27.5, this point of control, this kind of zone right here, 100% the next stop. If that's lost, like my ideal scenario is that we do deviate this level, we lose, come back down, and we take out these equal lows here, grabbing this hot spot of liquidity at about 23.5. Now, what does it look like to get there? Is it just going to go straight there? No, it absolutely does not have to just go straight there. There could be a lot of, we could do a lot of kind of like range trading and other setups kind of like throughout that time here. So, we could see something along the lines of like, let's say we do get the move down here and then we kind of come back up and maybe we do like sort of a descending triangle and then we drop down to this level, back test the triangle, and then, eventually get that move to the downside like this. So, maybe we do something like that. Maybe it's a little bit more complex. Maybe we do just simply claim, this level here and we just get that pump to the upside, right? Maybe that is what happens. So we'll just kind of have to like play it as it goes. But I am short. Like I said, I took the short actually based on an SFP on the Bybit chart here. You can see it just right here. Price went ahead, closed below. I actually opened up my short right here, stop loss above, and I took some profits down in here at the point of control of this local range here, but for the most part, I'm leaving runners with my stops at break even. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit of insight as to like what I'm looking at right now and sort of like my high time frame analysis and why am I sort of, you know, the black sheep on Twitter per se right now, where everybody is really bullish and you know, not really interested in shorts. Meanwhile, I'm definitely looking to short this zone. And that's, you know, like I said, that's definitely going back to all that high time frame analysis, that deviation play, getting that sweep on the previous month high, and also like November usually being bearish, sort of more of a bearish month for BTC. All of these things, for me, you know, align really well. That being that this is something that I would want to see kind of play out. And we do have some key levels there for that. If we break to the upside, great. You know, we can look for some opportunities and we can play that up to about 45 or the midline there for BTC. So as always, guys, thank you for joining me. And again, shout out to our partner BitGet, 20% off trading fees for life. You can sign up with the link below in the description. If you guys have any questions, I'll be in the Discord. We will have our office hours tomorrow at 9 a.m. CST. And as always, guys, thank you for joining me, and have a good rest of your day.